Good morning. My name is Johnny, and this morning I'd like to read for you Hebrews chapter 12, verse 14, which reads, "Make every effort to live in peace with everyone and to be holy. Without holiness, no one will see the Lord." Now, this is a verse which I read as part of one of the daily Bible reading apps a couple of days ago, and it just really stood out for me, so I wanted to delve into it myself a bit and share. If we look at the first half, make every effort to live in peace with everyone and to be holy. So we've got this concept of peace and this concept of holy. And when I think of someone that is peaceful and holy, my mind immediately goes to maybe a monk in a monastery or someone who is a bit set aside from the world. In fact, I remember that myself and Hannah, for our honeymoon, we went to Iona, and the Abbey on Iona is definitely a place which is peaceful. It's definitely a place which is holy, and you can really understand how spending time there can build your relationship with the Lord. But we don't have to be quite so set aside and away from the rest of the world as a small island in Scotland to be peaceful and holy. In fact, if we look at the concepts for peace in Hebrew, peace is much more about completeness or wholeness, as well as an absence of conflict and fighting. It understands that we live in complex systems, and to live in a state of peace, or for Hebrew to live in a state of shalom, is to live in balance and with alignment with the people around you. So that the absence of conflicts comes from that. But it's more than that, because it's also about working together, and it takes work because, frankly, around us things are broken, and so you're not just trying to keep a status quo, you're trying to take the broken things and bring them back into wholeness and completeness. So we're trying to work with the world around us. So that's peace. Now, holy is not just being morally good. Holy, again, in the Bible, very connected with the temple and with the priesthood, and we see in Leviticus, a lot of the Old Testament, a lot of material all about being ritually pure and cleansing before entering. This is all about understanding that the articles, the temple, the place where the Lord's presence is, are holy, and therefore they are set apart. They're unique. And it's not that they're unique just for the sake of it. They're unique because this is where the Lord is. It's where his power is. It's dangerous to us. It's dangerous for us to go in there without observing all of the ritual cleansing and things which the priests had to do before going into the temple. So this holiness idea, it's really standing out and being set aside for God in particular. So if we come back to the Hebrew verse, make every effort to live in peace with everyone and to be holy. Yeah, that's great. So it could be a nice person and be a nice Christian, you could read that as. But it's so much more, because to live in peace with everyone is to be attempting to fix this brokenness and to balance in a very complex system, and to be holy is to be really set aside for the Lord. Because often peace, I think of, you have to make compromises, and you have to in order to get balance, you have to give some leeway, and yet we're also told that we have to be holy, which is this set aside, and it has to we can't have leeway there. So we've also got to do this living in a peaceful way, whilst also having we are set apart, and this is how we're set apart, and we can't compromise that particular area. Now, the second half of the verse here, without holiness no one will see the Lord, which is fascinating. It definitely doesn't mean without holiness the Lord will be stifled in their action. So it's not saying if we're not holy then the Lord won't work and people won't see the Lord. It's saying in order for us to do what we're called to do, which is to mission and to point people to Christ, we need to be holy. Essentially, if we take the whole verse, make every effort to live in peace with everyone and to be holy. Without that holiness, no one will see the Lord. So if we just live in peace, if we're just good people who are trying to do the best we can in the world around us, then actually people will just go, great, you're a great person. But they're not seeing the Lord work. We have to do this in a way which at the same time we're being set aside for the Lord. So at the same time as being peacemakers, we need to be people of faith. A challenge for everyone, especially as we come out of COVID and so much need at the moment, so much need for peace, and so much need for us to also be holy at the same time. Let me pray to finish. Father, Lord, I pray for peace in all of our lives, and I pray that you can help us to know how to be holy, and in all things may we point to you, Lord.